Welcome to the BC Network's Security Policies and Procedures Education Series. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through the 8 policies that protect your business across the full device and user lifecycle, from the day a device is purchased to the day an employee leaves. We will cover 8 connected policy areas: bring your own device, corporate device standards, endpoint security requirements, employee onboarding, employee offboarding, incident response, acceptable use and security awareness, and Microsoft 365 hardening. For these policies to hold, they must be documented and agreed to by your team and BC Networks. Why BYOD matters. Employees want flexibility to work from their own devices. It reduces capital cost, and it improves productivity. It only works when the risk is managed. Risks of unmanaged BYOD include lost or stolen devices with company data, malware on personal devices reaching the network, data breaches from unsecured phones and tablets, shadow IT and unauthorized apps, and compliance violations when data protection cannot be proven. Our policy principles: support BYOD only on enrolled and managed devices. Require security tools on personal devices that access company data. Company data can be wiped remotely if a device is lost. We do not control the personal device, only the company data on it. Any personal device accessing company email, files, or applications must enroll in mobile device management. Enrollment takes about 5 minutes and protects company data without monitoring personal activity. Sensitive data stays encrypted. Company files are isolated in managed containers, and only company data is wiped if a device is lost. Your action items: review the policy with the team, identify which personal devices access company data, plan the enrollment timeline, and contact BC Networks with questions. Supported operating systems. Computers run Windows 11 Pro or Mac OS. Windows 10 is not supported, and Windows Home editions do not meet the standard. Mobile devices run current iOS or Android. Unsupported versions do not get security patches and create risk for the whole environment. Approved hardware vendors are Dell, HP, Lenovo, and Apple because they integrate well with our management tools and have strong security records. Other manufacturers are approved case by case. For minimum specs, 16 gigabytes of RAM is recommended for computers, along with solid-state storage and processors from the last 3 years. BC Networks images and configures each company device before it reaches the employee, pre-installing security tools, configuring network access, and testing everything so the employee is ready on day 1. Computers refresh every 4 years and mobile devices every 3 years. At end of life, the device is securely wiped and recycled or resold. Personal devices must meet the same operating system and security requirements to access company data. Every device that reaches company data runs the same core protection. Anti-malware and EDR. Every device runs enterprise endpoint detection and response, which goes beyond antivirus to detect suspicious behavior, isolate threats, and give visibility with 24/7 monitoring. Company devices run host-based firewalls, and personal devices use a corporate VPN or zero-trust network access to prevent lateral movement if a device is compromised. Critical vulnerabilities are patched within 30 days and standard patches within 60 days. This is automated and monitored because unpatched devices are the #1 entry point for attackers. We require full disk encryption on every computer, device encryption on every mobile device, and TLS 1.2 or higher for data in transit. Company devices carry stricter requirements because we control them fully. BYOD devices run the same security tools while personal boundaries are respected. Onboarding is a repeatable process that closes day 1 security gaps. Before the employee starts, BC Networks prepares the device, creates accounts, configures access, and stages hardware so deployment day is seamless. On day 1, the device enrolls in mobile device management. Company devices enroll automatically during imaging, and personal devices follow a 5-minute enrollment wizard. Required security software installs during setup and begins protecting the device right away. BC Networks configures email, file shares, and applications and enables multi-factor authentication on all accounts. The employee completes security awareness training on passwords, phishing, and acceptable use, then signs an acknowledgement. Finally, BC Networks confirms the device is enrolled, tools are running, access works, MFA is enabled, and training is complete before production access is granted. Offboarding closes the lifecycle loop and removes access without gaps. BC Networks is notified as soon as an employee is leaving, and deprovisioning begins on the last day to minimize the window of access. Email, VPN, file shares, and application licenses are disabled on the last day before the employee walks out the door. Company devices are returned to BC Networks, securely wiped and repurposed or recycled. Personal devices are remotely wiped of company data only, leaving personal data intact. Any company data needed for compliance or business continuity is backed up before a device is wiped or returned. The employee is removed from all systems, groups, and applications. Email is archived per the retention policy, and the account is disabled but preserved for audit. Finally, BC Networks confirms every step, documents completion, and signs off to prevent orphaned access. Learn to recognize a potential incident: unusual account activity, failed logins from unknown locations, unexpected password resets, emails you did not send, ransomware or file encryption warnings, or devices behaving strangely. If you suspect an incident, stop what you are doing, disconnect from the network if possible, do not shut down the device, and do not try to fix it yourself. Preserve the evidence by leaving everything as is. Contact BC Networks immediately by phone or email with your name, device name, and what you observed. Do not delay. A dedicated incident response team is standing by. Widespread incidents escalate to leadership and senior security engineers, and the team isolates the device, collects logs, and determines what happened and what data was affected. If data was breached, we follow legal and regulatory notification requirements, and after containment, we review the root cause and update policies and controls. Acceptable use means using company devices and data for legitimate business purposes only. Do not install unauthorized software, share credentials, or store sensitive data on personal cloud services or personal email. Attackers impersonate trusted people to get information or clicks. Be suspicious of unexpected requests for passwords, urgent requests from leadership, and links from unknown senders. Hover over links to see the real destination, and call to verify when in doubt. Use strong, unique passwords for each account. Keep multi-factor authentication on, and never share codes. Do not leave devices unattended in public, lock the screen when stepping away, and report lost or stolen devices immediately. Report anything suspicious rather than investigating alone. A false alarm is better than a missed threat. Security awareness is continuous with regular training and phishing simulations. Participation is mandatory and tracked. Microsoft 365 Hardening protects the cloud platform where your business email, files, and identities live. Every account uses multi-factor authentication, and conditional access grants or blocks access based on user, device, and location, which stops most account takeover attempts. Defender for Office 365 scans email links and attachments for phishing and malware before they reach the user. Intune enforces device compliance so only healthy, managed devices reach company data. Audit logging stays on so activity can be investigated, and Microsoft Secure Score tracks the tenant posture and guides continuous improvement. The minimum license for every client is Microsoft 365 Business Premium because it includes Entra ID P1 for conditional access, Intune for device management, and Defender for Business, which are required to deliver these controls. Here is how to put these policies to work. Adopt the policies across your team with support from BC Networks. Enroll every device and confirm each endpoint meets the standards, and schedule ongoing awareness training to keep protection strong. Contact BC Networks at 408-243-1100 or email support@bcnetworks.com to get started. Thank you.